Alright, it's your boy T Duck, aka Quack Roof, for the latest dream come true. How have you? So I'm getting to y'all so late, and I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Hope everybody got everything they wanted out of today. Hope they had productivity and success in all their endeavors. Well, let's get back to this real quick. McRob. See here. See, it's clear cut example of what suckers do when people start being scared of them. The intimidation don't work. People see you for the fraud you are. You get exposed. You know what I'm saying? And just like any coward, they run and hide. They ain't got nothing to say. They just want it to stop. They just want it to stop. They can't handle it. They could dish it out all day, but they can't handle it. He can't handle the fact that people aren't intimidated anymore. They exposing him for what he really is. The simp, trick, sucker he is. And that's why he ain't getting online. That's why he ain't got nothing to say. He trying to figure out what's his next step, what's his next move. You know what I'm saying? The chickens then came home to roost. He can't wiggle out of this one. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody coming to his defense for this one. It's just a sad case. Your YouTube career is over. And you did it to yourself. All this antagonizing people, trying to get people to argue and fight. You came with the wrong energy, bruh. You came with the wrong energy. And all you getting is your karma. You getting your karma because you can't face reality. Your life sucks. You can't push that off on other people. You can't be mad at people that's finding success and doing their thing on here. And the reason why they're successful is because they're not dealing with you. They're not dealing with your energy. You can't take nothing and be productive with it. Your whole life is a story of neglect, humiliation, rejection, things like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not the story, not so much for everybody else. Rejection, your hatred for black women because they never gave you the time of day. But your claim to fame, jumping out of airplanes, man, 82nd Airborne got brothers jumping out of planes all day and they getting spunky with it. You know what I'm saying? They're not just jumping out of the plane for play. You know, they getting active. What, a Bentley? Man, all you do is sit in a Bentley. It's plenty of brothers who got chauffeurs who get drove around in Bentleys. Money don't stop. See, the thing is, you want everything without putting in the work for what you get. You know what I'm saying? Out here, you got to put in your own work. You got to work hard for what you want. You know what I'm saying? Nothing come easy but sleep, and that's to a dreamer. But I mean, that's your life. You thought you could intimidate and punk people because of your size, because of your voice. But all that, I mean, those are characteristics of women. Women get emotional like that. Women be doing all that yelling and stuff like that. Don't no men have time for none of that. They just gonna take it to you. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk, more action. That's how real men get down. And look at you, just cowering away. I never thought I'd see the day. I never thought I'd see this day, to be honest. Just cowering away. Can't handle all the mischief and mischievous things you was doing out there. You can't even handle it. You can't even be a man and stand up and be responsible for your actions. And that's why you're gonna always be a constant failure. Cause when it's time for you to stand up and be like, yeah, I got caught with my hand in the cookie jar. Nah, you running and hiding, trying to go to sleep, hoping everybody forget. But everybody know what you about and what you done. And you basically fell on your own sword, man. YouTube suicide, man. Why you do it to yourself? You had no business. You going against the grain, trying to hurt everybody because you hurt. It don't work like that, bro. People gonna live and they gonna do what they gotta do, because when you be an adult, it's all about responsibility and nothing else. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get people addresses and stuff, not so you can pull up and get active. You want to dox them. You want to send CPS to them. You want to send 100 pizzas and do all this extra shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's sad because that's not manly at all. He got exposed, bro. You was there last night. Shout out to Domo. Make sure y'all check bro out in the chop up show with Consciously and Sis. I don't want to mess up her name, but yeah, they got it live. The chop up show, political plug. Make sure y'all check that out. But it's just like you expect more out of people, you know. Sometimes, and it's just like you don't want to kick somebody when they down, you know. I never been raised to be like that. But at the same time, it's just like so much slanderous things been said, me doing stuff in front of my children inappropriately, like, and they just like they'll do anything to try to diminish whatever reputation you establish, and it's just sad that people will go to that length because they're insecure in themselves, and it just shows when it's time to be active. You know what I'm saying? The missed appointments for all the pop-ups at the gym, the shows up here and there. It's just like, when is enough enough? When is people gonna open their eyes and see it for what it is? It's just a whole bunch of YouTube games and antics, and it's just like, I don't know if you got time like that, but I ain't got time like that, man. I thought I was gonna come to YouTube and we was gonna be on our Black Power shit. We was gonna network and, you know, make programs for the youth, programs for our communities. I thought that's what the time we was gonna be on. We got a whole bunch of disgruntled old people. You know what I'm saying? They hate kids. They hate life. They hate everything. They lonely. So the only thing they got to do is just be online on YouTube all day, assassinating each one's character. You know, uh, bring in unwarranted, you know, issues with law enforcement and things of that nature. It's just like, when is enough enough? When we gonna grow up? Like, is this what black people have succumbed to? Is this what they're gonna write in history? What we was doing from 2000 to 3000? I mean, come on, man. There's got to be something else we can do. It's just like, we can build these communities. We could build up the youth. We could build up the, you know, the young adults. Like, life is precious and we can't waste a minute of it. You know what I'm saying? But then you got these J cats like this who ain't never had. You could, I mean, they tell on themselves so much. You could tell like nobody really never, you know, gave him the opportunity. It's just like, you know, you ain't got nothing going on in your life if all you think about is sex. Straight up and down. You have no responsibilities as an adult if all you do is think about sex. There's nothing else you could do with your time. You want to spend your whole day eating it from the back and busting the girl brains out. That's what you want to do all day. Yeah, that don't sound like productivity. That don't sound like advancement. All you doing is draining your energy, and you didn't waste it. It's like, you got to allocate your resources the right way, man. And resources are limited. Economics 101, man. Come on now. Like, we got to do better, man. I just don't. I just can't comprehend how you trying so hard to be something you're not. It's just like, you spent your whole life avoiding situations. The very situations you speak of, you avoided them your whole life to get to the tender age of 40 and then call yourself a shock job. But you're not shocking nobody. You're just making yourself look stupid. You exposing the fact that you have no life because all you think about is punani. You exposing the fact that you're an alcoholic because you're throwing up online. You exposing the fact you ain't got no friends because how you gravitate and attach yourself to these YouTube people who you never met in your life. And then when we get to somebody like the person you used to work for, you done told us how he a cokehead and you talked all this smack about him. We only could tell what you do when you talk about these so-called YouTube friends you got. You just be talking smack about them. And then you got your little trauma bond buddy who he just really want to see you and me go at it so he could be the last one standing for the whole cat situation. It's just like ignorance begets ignorance, and I'm too smart and I'm two steps ahead of you. I'm too far in the game to get played. And that's why it's just like, it's funny to me how y'all think all the work I put in for my education and to get to the status I am in life, to be able to provide for my family and do the necessary things as a man, that you could equate getting online coochie, jumping out of an airplane with somebody on your back. You know what I'm saying? It's real life brothers that jump out of airplanes by themselves, just a parachute. You ain't on that level. So stop it. You not driving that Bentley. You wash it on the weekend, so stop it. You on an air mattress in a pool house, so stop it. Like, get your stuff in order before you sit here and try to criticize the next man that's really out here getting it out the mud on his own, not asking for donations or cash apps or things of that nature. Because I feel like I don't have time to depend on somebody else. If I need to go get it, I'm going to go get it. Period, point blank. It don't matter how I get it. And that's why I never let somebody like you know where I stay or where I live. Because I don't know what might be going on in my situation to where all you going to do is antagonize. You never going to pop up. All you just going to do is call CPS. And then CPS going to be cool. Like, what's going on? Then you going to call the police. I know you live with law enforcement. All them yammers ain't yours, man. Nothing. You don't own nothing. And if you was responsible, you would have never got kicked out. Regardless of what you did in that situation, if you have some value, even if it's just the value of being a good father, which you not, it's apparent. You're not buying gifts and stuff. You'd rather they grown now or you're not in the home, so now you thotting it up. Like, that makes no sense. You never stop being a father. But you don't get that because you didn't have that in your life to understand those principles. I mean, I could read you for days, bro. Just get your act together. Just leave me out of your bullshit. If we're gonna be real about it, just leave me out of your mess. Cause at the end of the day, I'm about productivity. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get to where I got by trying to bang and trying to prove I'm the hardest. Nah, I want to prove that I'm the most efficient, and I'm very productive, and that from a grassroots level, I can make stuff happen within the community to where we not banging on one another, to where we utilizing whatever resources we got to help more than just, those who got it, but the have nots. You know what I'm saying? I like to intermingle. I like to take 5 kids that have not and then 5 kids that got it and make them become friends, because where one is weak, the other one is strong, vice versa. Like, that's the stuff we need to be into. And then we could even take it to a macro level to the families and like organize ourselves. Like, they got tongues, we need to have tongues. Like, tongue is a last name. So I mean, it's so much we could do with the time we have and we could utilize it appropriately. But it just seems like that's just too much. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment has overcome our ability to think outside. We always looking for a high, a fix, even if it's just dwelling on somebody else's misery. Like I said, I'm not gonna kick this man when he down, but damn, like McDonald's, my nigga, I would be down if I'm 40 years old. But I understand your situation. You had to get up and get a job, or else they was gonna kick you out that pool house. So yeah, you do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? That's why you won't show people where you work. I go live from where I work, because you can't shame me for how I feed my family. It'll never be a scenario like that. And it ain't no hatred towards you. You know what I'm just saying? I'm just seeing it for what it is, and I'm trying to tell you, if you want to see the light at the end of the tunnel, bro, you got to change your ways, because they're hella feminine and they're hella destructive. And if you ain't learned in 40 years, I don't know if there's any hope to you. You know what I'm saying? I know plenty of times you didn't put that piece in your mouth, man, but you ain't even gotta go that far. Just stop living for yourself and help. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be a man of the book, but yet all you seem to do is when you get around a group of people, you cause turmoil and hatred. You know what I'm saying? What's in your heart? Why your heart so dark? Not every man is made to be with women. You know what I'm saying? It's just not in you. Why? Because you don't know how to appreciate the little things. You know, you don't appreciate things. You feel as though if you have something in your possession, it's yours. You're not thinking that whatever the things that you may possess may be living and may have a conscience and may need respect. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I shouldn't be having to talk to this. This is something I should be, telling children and shit. But it just seemed like that's all we got, grown ass children on YouTube, and it's just sad, and it sickens my heart, bro. I mean, what, like, that's all you want to do in life is just get cash out and screw YouTube bros, YouTube thoughts. Like, damn, when you had everything a man could want in life, a woman that cared, a woman that gave you a place to stay. You know what I'm saying? You was able to, like, you can't even maintain a job cutting hair. Like, that's a trade, man. You could take anywhere. You can't even stay in the shop. Like, you can't even stay sober enough to do anything productive. And it's just like, it's showing. All you do is lie and try to slander people character, and you can't even combat yourself. You can't even be man enough to come up here. You try to intimidate all these women to not tell your dirty little secrets, but you've been exposed, bro. Why would, if you didn't want people to know you worked at McDonald's, why would you have a woman? Why do you have to try to impress a woman so much so that you had her on your McDonald's interview? That makes no sense. Why would you have her in your business so much so that she know that your family was about to kick you out if you didn't get that job? Like, you be doing it to yourself. Why did Paul Moon have to give you money back so you could get home if you balling like that? Like, why would you spend your last to go see a bride? Like, I don't know. If something gonna happen with my last, it's gonna be to my daughters, my sons, a family member, something like that. Not to no stranger. Like, but I get it. Like, some things come easy for some people, and something, people gotta work a little bit harder for. But it's just like you don't take heed. You think you got the answer. You think you know everything. You want to be a leader so bad, but you forgot you a follower. Like, as big as you is, a man was able to take $100 from you just out your hand, and that's what made you lead a camp. If he didn't do that, you'll still be in that camp right now. We know that. That's what it is, man. You don't have it in you. You're not manly. You're feminized. And other effeminized brothers is gonna gravitate towards you. And then some brothers that's not effeminized gonna gravitate towards you. But you can't produce anything or bring them think anything of any value because it's not in you. You just a hurt. I mean, you so hurt to the point to where you can't even function as an adult. You try to bury your pain in alcohol. You cry about how women did you dirty. They wouldn't have did you dirty if you was doing your job. That only tells that you a failure in that too. So what woman gonna want you? You just want women. You want sympathy, poo poo, and that ain't manly. That ain't manly at all. You think because you can win a fight, that's gonna make you a man? That don't make you a man. Handling your responsibilities would make you a man. You think because you banging 20 chicks or 20 women, excuse me, I don't mean to call y'all chicks, 20 women make you a man? Nah, that don't make you a man. Handling your responsibilities make you a man. Being responsible for what you bring forth in life, but you don't have no kids, so in reality, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot. Like, And it's just like I've been studying you, and it's just like I never knew people could really, be like that, and it's just sad, man. But that's the game, man. Some people just don't get it. Some people never grow up. You know what I'm saying? They dwell in their sorrow. It's just like you can't let nothing stop you from living and doing what you got to do as a man. I mean, but I guess I learned that from the military. Like you just can't. You got to persevere, regardless of the fact. Whatever thrown in front of you, you got to persevere. Like you can't just let nothing stop you from rolling. You know what I'm saying? You a waste of space. You might as well, do what you got to do because you in the way of somebody who's willing to persevere and follow through. But I mean, you gonna have your trauma bomb partner cuddle you. You know what I'm saying? He just trying to send you on a crash course. He using you more than anybody else. But you so blind and you so needing of a friend, you can't even see how destructive and how treacherous he is towards you. You just his show monkey. You know what I'm saying? He letting you take lead because he know you gonna crash out, and then he gonna be the little voice of reason that everybody should listen to at the end. He know what he doing, and you like getting used. You getting pimped by a damn eczema face fool. Like it's just like it's sad, man. I don't know how y'all get down, but my mama raised me better than that. My father raised me better than that. But I mean, that's the game, man. Now it ain't meant for everybody to, excel in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be hating on the talented 10th, but at least they persevered and saw it through. But then you don't always have to be in the talented 10th. You got brothers like Domo, the political plug, who started from nothing, who father was murdered. Condolences. Who, you know what I'm saying? It didn't stop him. He still went to school, joined something that most black people don't do, debate. Took that, got his uh, credentials out in LA with a beautiful African wife and a beautiful African, I mean, well, half black, half African son. I guess it's the same thing. I don't know how, whatever it is, but this man persevered. He wasn't vengeful. He wasn't trying to, get out there and sell dope. He said, no, I'm going to be successful. I'm going to break the curse. So shout out to Domo, man. There's a lot of them doing it. My boy, Anon, my brother from another mother, knucklehead from Richmond, went to the army, jumped out of airplanes, did all he had to do. Now he into real estate, insurance, all that. Like nobody's stopping nothing, but you let women stop you. You letting people words on YouTube stop you. It's just like you're a whole mess. You can't blame everybody for your problems. One day you're gonna have to look in the mirror, bro. You can't intimidate people forever and then not do nothing and expect people not to, start standing up for themselves. People see you for the fraud you is. It's the shock jock. It ain't nothing about no shocking, jocking. You hurt and you want people to hurt like you. But the thing is, people may be hurt like you, but they know better than to quit and stop and stay stagnant in that pain. No, they keep going. They keep going because they know that the race is still going. So with that pain, they keep moving forward. They don't just sit there and feel sorry for themselves like you. That's why you can't get online right now. That's why you ain't trying to get online because you know you been caught with your hand in that cookie jar. And like a little kid, you in a corner trying to hide. Instead of trying to stand up and confess and stand up for, yeah, I've been out here on some bullshit. I apologize. You know what? I see the error in my ways. Let me step forward like this. Nah, you with your trauma bomb homies and all them little uh cupcakes that you about to sit here and be like, oh, it's cool, it's still it ain't you. You know what I'm saying? They don't even keep it real with you, but they don't care about you because, I mean, what's to care about? They know to just keep you at a distance. But that's what it's gonna be, man. It's gonna be your life if you don't make changes. You gotta make strides and changes, bro. That's the only way you see any type of success, anything meaningful. When you stop faking it and you actually try to make it, you know what I'm saying? That fake it till you make it stuff is when you young. You too old to be on that. You too old to be trying to impress a whole bunch of people on YouTube the way you do. Nigga, you showing the lack of respect you have for your family, for people with children. You showing your hatred. And it was entertaining for a while, but now everybody coming to their senses is like, what do you have now? Just that bottle and that tee pipe, that glass wee wee. You know what I'm saying? You didn't want to be like that. So stop playing these games. Stop letting these suckers run game on you. You know what I'm saying? Your trauma bond homie is your worst enemy. But you can't see it and you don't know it. Why? Because he give you time. He ain't got no time. He ain't got no life either. So he could devote a lot of time to you. And that's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? I will give y'all that though. Y'all both bums and y'all structuring, you know what I'm saying? Y'all working together. That's a lot more than what some of these people doing. But y'all not really working together. That's a Judas for real. Yeah, that knife going deep in your back, boy. You just don't see it. But like I said, I can read the shit. I see sucker shit all the time, man. That's why I'm able to stay above it. That's why I call myself the king. Cause I see y'all plays before y'all run them. Well, yeah, I gave y'all 30 minutes of funk. You know what I'm saying? 30 minutes of that real, that raw and uncut. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put too much into it. Thank you for everybody that came out and support. I hope y'all hit that like and if it ain't too much to ask, want y'all throw a couple shares out there. We're gonna get it popping, and we're gonna get back onto our positive stuff. Because positivity is the key, and I understand certain sectors don't want to be on their positive stuff because they burnt out, they old, they just run on, they mad, they in diapers and shit, and all they can do is spew hatred because the world didn't do them how they want it to be done. So I can't be like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that our youth had it and our young adults had it better than we had it. You know what I'm saying? Let's make strides to make us better. All this destructive shit is for the birds. With that, stay dangerous because safes get cracked. I'm out.